How we doing, everybody? This is thatRnerd back at it again with another algebra tutorial. This one today is covering the distributive property and multiplying polynomials. So just a refresher on what the distributive property is it says that if we have a variable here and we're multiplying it by two things added together in parentheses, what you do is you basically distribute this variable to both terms. So this would be a times b, and then we distribute out our a and c. And it's going to be a positive in here because we have a positive in the middle. So this would be the exact same thing. So basically, again, we distribute this first number or variable out to the remaining terms. You might have also heard of something called FOIL. So let's get this written down here. So what FOIL says is we do first, out, inside, and last. And that's what FOIL means. So first means we multiply our first term in both of our polynomials here. So a times c. Our next step is we do our outside terms. So we do those two. So this would be plus a times d. Next, we do our inside terms. So that's going to be b times c. And finally, we do our last terms in both polynomials. So that's going to be plus b times d. So if FOIL helps you remember it, that's great. How I like to remember it is I say that we multiply everything by everything else. So I take my first term, I multiply it by everything in our second polynomial. So we do a times c plus a times d. All right, so now this one's been multiplied by everything. Next, I go to b, and I go b times c plus b times d, and now that one's multiplied everything in the other polynomial, and so now it's been fully distributed that way. So let's do a couple practice problems then. I'll just write this FOIL up here for you. Okay, so our first step is we do our first terms. So we do 2x times x squared. Well, 2 times 1 is 2, and x times x squared gives us x cubed. Right, and that comes from our exponent rules. So next we go 2x times 3. Well, 2 times 3 is 6, and then we have x left over. So this is going to be plus 6x. Next step is we do the inside, and we have negative 1 times x squared. So that's just going to be a negative x squared. And our last step, we take negative 1 times 3. So that's going to be minus 3. For pretty much all these problems, you're going to want to rewrite this in order of descending power. Right, so our biggest power is x cubed, so that's first. Our next biggest power is x squared, so we'll do minus x squared. Our next biggest power is x to the first power, so that'll be plus 6x. And finally, we have minus 3 right there. And that's it. That would be fully multiplied and distributed. We'll do one last one here. For this one, we have 2y times 2y plus 1 times 8y minus 3. So you can go about this one of two ways. But basically, we're using the distributive property a couple times here. So you can first do FOIL on this, or we can first multiply these. And honestly, I think it's a little bit easier to multiply these first. So we'll go 2y times 2y. Well, 2 times 2 is 4, and y times y is y squared. So this would be 4y squared. And then we have 2y plus 1. 2 plus 1 is 2. And then we have a y. So now we'll take this polynomial and multiply it by this polynomial. And now we can use our FOIL method again, right? So we'll take 4y squared times 8y. So 4 times 8 is 32. Y squared times y is It's y cubed. Next, we'll take our outside terms. 4y squared times negative 3. Well, 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. And we have our y squared. Next step is our inside. So we'll take 2y times 8y. Well, 2 times 8 is 16. So we'll take plus 16. And y times y is y squared. Final step is take our outside terms. So we have 2y times negative 3. Well, 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. And we keep our y variable there. So this is distributed, but we can combine like terms, right? So again, it has to be the exact same variable to the exact same power. So with y cubed, this one can't, it's not a like term with anything else. We have a couple y squareds, so we can combine those, and we can't do anything with that last y term there. But we'll keep 32 y cubed. We'll take negative 12y plus 16y. So that'll leave us with a plus 4y. I should have said squared. I don't know if I did or not. Negative 12y squared plus, the voice is going, negative 12y squared plus 16y squared. And then we keep our negative 6y at the end. We could take out some common factors, but I haven't talked about that yet, so I'll just leave it like this, and we'll touch on taking out common factors in a later video. And that's about it. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button down there. It helps other people see this video. It helps me, my self-esteem. It helps my voice get better, so I can make more videos. Subscribe if you want to see more videos similar to this one. Have just a wonderful day, okay? Math is awesome, and I hope you're just digging these polynomials here, because they are highly incredible, okay? Thank you.